Hey everybody, Ham here, back at the back table, along with our good friend Fred, America's Chicken. I got the hat, but it doesn't stay on so well, so Fred decided not to wear it. Anyway, I wanted to give you an update on what's going on, some things to look forward to in the next couple of weeks. Got a lot of videos planned, actually have them pretty well planned out, and show you something I just got that I think is going to be really interesting. First, let's go through what's going to be going on. A little bit of an update first. The reason the videos are going to start coming more and more often is because I'm going to have a little bit more time to do them. And that is because 30 days ago, I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. That's cancer, for those of you who don't know. It's stage 2. And I've had my first chemo treatment, and it's actually working pretty well. The doctors are very enthusiastic about the progress and about the outlook. Like with any form of cancer, it's a long process. There are people out here already that are sharing their battle with it. The war is on, and we're going to win. So that leaves me with my business is working well, but I'm going to be home a lot more, and that leaves me more time to hang out with y'all and do some more videos. I want to show you some ideas I have on what's going on. First of all, what we've got coming up. I've decided to start doing for the grab-and-go kits. I've got guys that want more of the grab-and-go. Sorry, Fred. And the first thing I'm going to be working on are fire kits. Again, in small containers. That can be packed safely away and help you start fire. They're going to have, steel. They're going to have various types of fire starters, wet fire, things like that. Plus some things I just found that we're going to be actually taking out and showing you in person. This is by Zippo. It's called their campfire starter. Now this is a block. It's about the size of a hockey puck. Actually, you know what it looks like? Does anybody remember Gaines Burgers? The dog food? I swear to God, I opened the package up and I went, oh my God, they've dried out Gaines burgers and they're starting fires with them, which actually you probably could based on what they put in those. But anyway, this is cedar chips and wax, and you can actually cut them up into 8 pieces, small little pie wedges, and I've actually tried it out and they work really well. They're good in wet, and they pack well. And we're going to be putting some of these broken up in the fire kit as well, so that's one thing. And then some of the other fire starters. Of course, you've seen these. These are the Zippo fire starter. If you haven't seen these before, these use, and there's a number of different manufacturers that use these. These wedge sticks are basically soaked cotton that you fray apart and then use this to start the fire, and then you've got the flint steel there. There's no fluid, it's just the flint. And of course this pulls out and you can refill it with Zippo flints, so they're easy enough to purchase. But this also will work in a great variety of climates, and it seals pretty much watertight, and you can carry it about the size of a Zippo lighter. So that's one thing that'll be going in the kits. And then SOL. If you've seen those guys, they're in camping and outdoor stores. They make lots of different outdoor and quote-unquote survivability type products. They also have started coming out with things, and their version of the fire starter is a lot smaller. They have these wedges that you can buy from Coleman and other manufacturers that basically are the same thing as the Zippo sticks. But again, they have the flint. Okay, but this is non-refillable. Once you're done with this, it's gone. Oops, sorry, Fred. Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to move you back over here so you're out of the way. Sorry, I'm talking with my hands. But again, very, very nice and compressible. Will pack well. And you notice I just got these little plastic bags and they're driving me crazy. So I'm not even going to try this right now. But anyway, that'll fit in there and pack in. So we've got the fire kits we're going to be working on, and we'll be going over that in the near future. Also, since I am an amateur radio operator, and communications is not only a hobby, it's what I do for a living, we're going to start to go over basic emergency communications and what you need to carry. Okay, picking up from where the cell phone went off for a little bit. So anyway, number of options. Amateur radio. There's Muirs, various public access VHF radios, the little FRS radios. Even CB is back in fashion. Lots of ways you can prepare for emergency communications, even if you're just out on a day hike. Besides your cell phone, which is always a valuable tool. But we're going to start getting into this too. And then also some other, oops, well, that's great, I just dropped the radio. That'll work. Also some knife projects. I've got a couple that I'm redoing. This is a United Combat Commander. We're going to be stripping this down, put a patina on it, and new scales. And then this is actually going to be a giveaway knife. Even though it's 420 HC, it holds an edge really well. It's got a really interesting multi-level saw blade on it. Plus, it is a double tip on that. So, full belly, full tang. We're going to put a little different, better grip on there than the micarta that's on there now, and give that away. So that'll be a project that goes on. And then we're also going to reinvestigate our little McNett knives. I've been using these in some packs and getting really good response on them. You've seen these before, the little McNett, I think this is called the Samish. And they make a couple of other designs that are blunt tip. These are basically designed as small little river rescue knives or diving knives. And they've turned out pretty well. We're going to be getting rid of this sheath because it is ABS plastic, and we all know what that does to the edge. But the knives themselves are very sound, full tang, very inexpensive, and they do a good job. And speaking of knives, that's what this video is all about tonight. I wanted to show you a knife that I just picked up on. Just got it in the mail today, and it's absolutely amazing. This is going to be my new go-to knife for outdoor work through the summer, and I think you'll see why. Now, I'm using one of the sheaths from one of my Condor knives because it didn't come with a sheath, and this fits just about perfectly. But anyway, see if you can figure out what this is made out of. Okay, it has a full convex edge. Came that way. Okay, this was $35. It's high carbon steel, and what it is, if you haven't guessed already, it's a railroad spike. An actual high carbon steel railroad spike that has been blacksmith forged into a knife. These are readily available on places like eBay and other websites. They are inexpensive, and I'll tell you what, I've used it a little bit today. This thing is razor sharp. The guy put the jimping on himself. Look at the width on that. Okay, going from the original width of the spike down to the blade. This is a solid piece of steel, and it really holds the edge well. We're going to be taking this out and hammering with it. Literally, both blade and the other end. But for camping, you've still got the end of the spike for driving in stakes, doing other quick tap if you need it. You've got it there. He put the paracord on it, which I think is a great idea. Other guys I've seen have been using rubber grips, stuff like that. But it's just a really comfortable knife. It's very well balanced. And like I said, I've done some preliminary cutting tests with it, been through some wood. We're going to be putting that on video and showing you the actual results of that in the near future. Probably by the end of the week, maybe the weekend. But again, just look at that. Isn't that great? This was under $40 with shipping. You can find them on eBay. Just put railroad spike knife into your eBay search window. And that's it. I just love the way that thickness comes down. That is just so grabbable. Even with the rubber, even without it. I've got a couple coming that are just plain, so I could test out various grips on my own. But this one came from the Craftsman, just the way it is. It's even got a little bit of an edge down here, a little blunt area before the edge actually starts. That should be perfect for a fire steel. But you know what? As a go-to nice little, it's not a neck knife. This is way too heavy for a neck knife because you've got a lot of weight here. But on the belt, as a nice general purpose all around camp knife, tell you what, I don't think it's a bad deal. Now again, high carbon steel, so this has to be maintained. You need to clean it and oil it to ensure against any rust. Now this has he actually sanded this with Scotchgard, or sanded it and then put Scotchgard on it, so it's got kind of a patina on it itself. I'm going to see how it lasts throughout the summer, then we may take it down and put a new patina on our own way. But I'll tell you what, that is just a really comfortable knife. You'll be seeing this used in a lot of the videos that are coming out of the outside tests. So, but anyway, there that is. Isn't that just cool? I just really like it. You know me and fixed blades. Well, I'll tell you what. I can just about guarantee some of you guys are going to be grabbing onto this idea. You probably already have. There's probably a bunch of you out here that have these, but I just discovered them. So anyway, and it fits into the smaller condor sheath really well. That's the only thing. They don't come with sheaths, so you may be looking into your stock of knives, and everybody else always has a couple of leftover sheaths. This was left over from when I had Gavco do a bunch of Kydex sheaths for some of my condor knives, and it fits perfectly. I just really like it, so we'll be showing you that. Oh, one last thing. Remember the little Night Eyes button light? Well, apparently now they put it into an S-beaner, which of course always will double as a bottle opener. But I just think this is really neat. It's still the same bright light, but for your hammock, for camping, whatever, now it's got that clip on, a much heavier duty S-beaner clip that will hang and allow it to work. And of course, like the other one, double click it and it is the flasher. Okay, and that's fairly bright. So anyway, thought I'd bring that out to you. Sorry, I almost forgot that. Okay, so that's what's going on. Keep a good thought as the battle rages here on the medical front. But here we go. Much more time, a lot more YouTube videos coming on, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.